What's up, YouTube? This is FishTheHusky. We are watching a n0rb3r7 POV against Falcons at the major RMR, where he pretty much smurfed on the French squad owned by the Saudi Arabian org Team Falcons. Now has Kenny S as well. But hey, today we're talking about n0rb3r because news came out that he was benched on Outsiders just a couple months after they win the major. A nice lurk from him to take out NBK. Can he get a second? Nope. But yeah, there were rumors about a week ago. Overdrive posted on Twitter that n0rb3r is getting benched for Kairon. A few days later on Twitter, n0rb3r was like, no, this is not true. And then just like what happened with the Inters thing, Shiro was like, no, that's not true. Perhaps he just didn't know, and perhaps it was because it said Outsiders kicked n0rb3r. Actually, it looks like they just benched him. He's kind of getting the SDY treatment. It looks like they're bringing in Kairon to replace him. Kairon, I watched him a little bit on the EPG family. He like Entropic, Aurora. Kairon's played for a few teams, so honestly I think it could potentially be a good move for Outsiders. I think there's a lot of like rumors coming out why n0rb3r was potentially benched from Outsiders, that perhaps it was like a mentality thing. Like people pulled up the old 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒 clip where Jame told, like, when 𝐂𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒 kind of gave up in the middle of a game, Jame was like, look man, if you're gonna act like that, then we don't need you on this team. So people were kind of speculating that Jame, kind of the runs the ship, perhaps had issues with n0rb3r's mental game, or perhaps they want to have an era, like an Outsiders era, you know, and right now it just doesn't look like they're gonna have much of an era after winning the major but then getting stomped and blast. Maybe they just feel like they need to bring in another just young, insane firepower rifler that is Kairon to spice things up. n0rb3r, he was playing kind of support roles for the squad, as well as kicker does as well, but kind of anchor positions as well. I believe he plays pit on Inferno, so we're gonna get to see that in the CT side half. I always felt like he was a pretty solid player, but it says if Kairon doesn't quite do well, then supposedly n0rb3r will come back to the main starting lineup. It's a bit of a shocker. I've been a fan of this Outsiders BP lineup for a while. I mean, as long as Jame is on the team, honestly, I'd still be a fan. I feel like he's kind of the heart and soul of that squad. Everyone else can kind of get mixed and matched. Kind of as they showed when they end up losing 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒, they still end up shining, winning that major. Fame has been unreal. Fame and n0rb3r joining together from K23. However, I mean, Fame performed better, but Fame's like the #1 ranked player on FACEIT, like just like insane rifler. Like n0rb3r was always respectable on K23, respectable on Outsiders. But they're just looking to go into a bit of a different direction. I thought it'd be interesting to watch a POV of n0rb3r when he is against Falcons here, and he just has a really strong performance. I want to see kind of the pros of n0rb3r, kind of how he fits into the squad, because Kairon's known to be kind of an aggressive entry rifler. n0rb3r, I hear a lot of people say he takes kind of support roles on CT side and T side. Like, looks like he's setting up flit here, some util. Apparently Jame selected Kairon as the player to look out for last year when he was on the HLTV top 20 list, and this year selected Kairon as well. So definitely a believer in that player. I watched Kairon at the the relegation matches. I casted it on my stream, and he definitely looked like he had some pretty solid multi-kills, entry fragging. I think it could potentially be a good move for the outsiders. They were starting to kind of look I don't know, they weren't looking like their true selves in the kind of the Blast finals, where they ended up just getting pretty much demolished. One might even say humiliated, but they did just win a major in the tournament prior, so it's hard to be down on a team that just won a major, you know? You kind of expect a little bit of a slump after winning a major. Only team that really defied that was Astralis, just winning all those majors in a row. Absolute madmen. Yeah, so far we see Norbert taking on a bit of a supportive role, enabling Flit to get up into that boiler area. Like the other team is taking a page out of Outsider's book, the heavy saves on the CT side. Yeah, we were watching the Inter's POV. That reminds me of similar support on Inferno. Norbert definitely takes up a lot more space here than Inter's does. Inter's was taking his sweet time. Throwing out a lot of utility for his squad here. Flashes, smokes, mollies. Oh, and he slides into that pit. Nice little movement to drop down while his homie Fame put in the work. The Fame Jame Wombo combo. And that's all she wrote. All Norbert had to do was just yeet out of there. Nice little movement to get into that small pit from the bout. Where the heck did he even die from? That was confusing. Oh, he spots out the boost. Just grabbing that bomb, regrouping with the homies. They got Norbert holding the bomb, throwing all the util. Oh, nope, he tossed the bomb out onto site. Gotta get that off for Jame, of course, of course. He smokes the way that they exit as well. Interesting maneuver. Oh, they stand on this log? How much damage do they take? Not much. Interesting. About 30 damage on top of that log. Then I think if you're boosted, you'd probably take even a little less than that. some neat tricks out of the outsiders camp. He's got a Zeus? Why? Why does he have a Zeus, Norbert? Explain yourself. Got his toes burnt a little bit. Again. Oh, nice shot on the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐒 there. What the heck? That was clean. Oop. Caught in transition, and his teammate ultimately lost that round. Oh, interesting lineup. Flash into homie. Alright, n0rb3r first one in. He's got some interesting movement when he slides in first sometimes. Kind of interesting. Sometimes you'll see him kind of enter mid first. Sometimes you'll see him go for a much more like supportive role in alt mid. Seems like he's a fairly versatile player. Kind of like, it reminds me of the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐒 POV I reviewed just several days ago. Except n0rb3r not an opera, obviously. I think someone mentioned his Kairon potentially a secondary opera. Not quite sure. Very interesting flash himself into this pit. Oh, and he does spot one. Yeah, it just feels like a T-sided angle at like 𝐁𝐔𝐒𝐒 pit. 𝐶𝐻. Nice little AK here. Fire Serpent's growing on me a little bit. Watching the n0rb3r demo. Like, alright, okay, maybe this AK is actually pretty fire. Alright, well, easy round there. He really likes this pit area. Feels cozy at home here. Just throwing this util set mid, except this time they're going towards B. n0rb3r kind of conditioning the Falcons here. Seems like that's kind of the util set He likes to throw out smoke arch, molly under roof, flash under roof. Python kind of mows down his whole squad though. Looks like he's just gonna have to save this op for Jame. Such is the life of an Outsiders player. Choosing the Glock instead of the op. Feels like he's kind of uncomfortable with the op here. Don't get distracted by the chicken, Norbert. Don't do it.
Counter-terrorists win.
How dare you? How dare you, Norbert? The flash he throws is interesting. It looks like a jump right click. Get himself into that pit area. Feels real comfy like this in this pit. It's like a cobra. Slithered up, relaxed. Doing that dirty entry fragging work now. Does Norbert yeet out the pit again? He does right away.
Bomb has been planted.
Keeping Moto smoked there. Cheeky little smoke lineup. Just checking out the Jame is Brazil AK. The Outsiders logo with the op on the signature actually looks pretty cool. James got some pretty good stickers over the years. Kind of interesting that it's just using like magic stickers on the AK. They don't necessarily fit the theme of the AK Fire Serpent that much. I mean, he's just a Magic's fan. Perhaps they were on a team together at one point. I don't think so. I'm sure they've at least encountered each other. Re-smoking Moto, throwing some flashes, making the other squad think it's A. Got caught in transition there, but hey, he already pretty much did his job. Ooh, nice play from Norbert. Molly under bow can just crisp headshot on 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐒, bro. He's been smoking 𝐂𝐎𝐿𝐍𝐿. He missed his smoke on Arch, but at that point, doesn't matter. 5v1. Pretty impressed from some of Norbert's entry fragging this game, honestly. He's looking crisp with these shots on D side. predicted the swing. I think he held that barrel angle just once or twice prior. Good anticipation from 𝐁𝐿 there. And just perhaps reacting off his teammates' calls. They're pushing mid, they're pushing mid. Like, alright, time to lurk back.
Bomb has been planted.
𝐁𝐿's job always to protect the bomb. I thought he was going to go down with the ship. All the rest of his teammates make it out safe. But he barely lives. There's that same flash, goes in this pit again. Seems like he has about like 4 different like kind of defaults for his T side. Oh, he decides to walk up dry instead of the full util set. This time I like it. Kind of condition them, don't play under porch because you're gonna molly it. Then you just walk up dry. Okay, just aim at the top of that window. Jump throw the smoke. I guess that was a smoke off library, but it really just kind of tipped off the other team as to what he was doing at that point. Alright, he's really expecting that wide swing. Outsiders going for a classic Outsiders bomb side stack. Oh, he killed one while full blind. Wow, what a timing from 𝐁𝐿 there. It's actually sick. I didn't even think they were that close to being up. CT side uses the bayonet, T side karambit. I like it. Pretty comfy. Trying to showcase his movement here a little bit. Trying to flex on us. Oh, he's using the knight A1S. Okay, okay. Hey, 𝐁𝐿, I see you. Got snacks on it. Nice angle here to get 3. Well played from 𝐁𝐿. Peeking that left side of pit there, making it look easy. Oof, it's chewing them up, man. Decides to play like way more aggressively that round with the squad. Just post up, fight for that bracket control. And 𝐁𝐿 was toasting them, man. Did he unpace the ace here? Did he get all 4? He's frying. Yeah, it feels like Team Falcons never really get their foot forward on this game. Never really get any mojo. Outsiders just kind of locking them down everywhere. They just want to deny n0rb3r the ace, those bastards. Nice cheeky one way for Pit there. Oh, and you can see over it from Moto a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice lineup. I don't really see people hide in this corner of Pit often. He's got 35 points of head armor. A lot of damage. Ultimately getting cleared, but his team still won that round. Through that same one way. It took him a second to shoot there, but ultimately he does shoot, connects, and hits. Yeah, this one way on Pit looks annoying to play against. Dies, but hey, team still clutches that up. It's been an interesting demo for sure to watch n0rb3r. Kind of takeaways do I have? I mean, looks like a pretty solid player. Is there no one else that can do what he does? I don't think so. I think I haven't seen anything, but I don't know. He's had some pretty sick, some sick shots, some flicks. Nice utility usage throughout the game, kind of supporting his squad. Not quite sure if benching him at this point is the right move for outsiders, but hey, time will tell. Looks like he may still have an opportunity to kind of fight for his spot, especially if Kairon underperforms. So, n0rb3rers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this was the right move? Appreciate you guys watching the video. I'm gonna be hosting a lot more POVs. Feel free to check out FishTheHusky.com for other CSGO content. Appreciate all of you. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night.